2 squads, 1 school, 30 days. Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and today we're playing the 100 line, and we had a hell of a last couple episodes. So, the last 2 episodes constituted about a day and a half of story. That's it. Yeah, basically, we ended up in the second to last Defense Academy, where we recruited 4 new party members, and then fought 2 commanders back to back, with, you know, our 2 different squads. And now, we're gonna go to bed, because it's been a long freaking day, and we're probably gonna see a very lengthy cutscene. But first, let's talk to you, Gamu.
Quite the view you got here. Those the undying flames we've heard so much about?
Yeah. I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes.
By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop, and it looks like there are enough rooms for all of us. If there was any doubt our team was always supposed to join you here, that's pretty decent proof of it, right?
I guess so.
Oh yeah, let me just make sure... Okay. Just doing a quick mic check.
Alone in my old familiar room, I slumped down onto the bed. After the storm, the other academy, and the many battles of the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here. But this wasn't where I really wanted to be. I wanted my real room, the one back home in the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to. But will the real Kadua be there waiting for me? Or was she already here? It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a new day. I allowed myself to relax and eventually fell asleep.
Day 30.
Band out of troops, time to rise and shine! As commanding officer responsible for the school and its students, I have an announcement to make. Get ready for your 30th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Down and dirty, it's day 30! And you know what that means? I've unlocked some new classrooms to celebrate! What did you get access to this time, you ask? On the first floor, it's the metal shop! And on the second floor, the biolab! As usual, you can ask me more about how they work in person. See you there!
Alright, let's grab my Ouija board.
New school facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. First, I have to meet up with everyone in the cafeteria.
Okay, cafeteria.
Alright, looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden.
Now let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little.
Whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're gonna kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for the both of you, you know?
Was that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better we can defend the school.
Allies, huh? Anyway, I took a quick look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nigo said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course.
So those are the infamous undying flames. The sight of them fair sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now? What exactly are those flames, Takumi? Those undying flames send a chill down my spine. Could they be some art brought about by demonic blood magic?
You should go ahead and answer Nozomi's question. We're all dying to learn about those flames. The undying flames, you could say. I have nothing to say to you, peasant. Tell Nozomi what she wants to know. All this time there's a whole nother school just like ours. You never really know what's gonna happen around here.
Those guys from the other academy are kinda weird. Making friends with them might be asking a little too much. This is way too many characters to keep track of. Let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little. And there's only like 15 characters. It's the same as in any Danganronpa game. My dear brother always tells me not to talk to strangers, and these people are pretty strange, but still.
I'm glad you're back, Takumi, but we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to Hiruko.
We certainly have gathered a motley crew of allies, haven't we? It's like one of those yokai picture scrolls in here.
Just like that, we got 4 more people to have to live with. And they're all total weirdos, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must be such an eyesore. I'll go stand in the corner and try to attract as little attention as possible.
All we can tell you about the flames is what Sarai told us when we first got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Never?
That's what I said. They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the undying flames.
Fire that never goes out. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale. I'd have never believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble setting my brain to accept it.
Perhaps 'tis an advanced form of ninjutsu? Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, they must be part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on school grounds.
Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either.
You got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there, right?
We think so. I tried dousing those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up again pretty much right away. It's going to take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Sarai said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared.
And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless.
Sorry.
Hey, that wasn't our fault. Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal, all right.
Yes, it's just like Nigo said.
Second to last Defense Academy is, well, it's a decoy. Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources. There's nothing important here. Humanity's future depends not on the contents of our defense room, but on what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
Verily, 'twas a shock to learn we'd been risking our lives to protect a mere decoy.
A shock? It was downright infuriating. The B team is no place for someone of my social standing.
It's not as if the work we did here wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school. I still say Nigo could have told us that from the beginning. A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigo couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself.
Orders from above. Saray mentioned higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war?
But now the Decoy Academy's gone. That means the attacks on this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right?
Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send it or who to send where anymore. We're all there is.
And that's still like 70 days to go? Oh man, what rotten luck. I don't know if I can hold out that long. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now. You know, get busy living or get busy dying. You're all so adorable, the way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks may get worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then... Why fight at all? Why don't we just run? If we use that school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might even be able to drive away all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy draws breath, nor does a woman. Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here. And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it's just a story made up to motivate us, you know? Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed. In the end, we decided there's even more of a chance of it being true. In the end, we decided even if there were a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Nozomi was pretty persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with us. With it. I didn't really do anything special. But how can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true? You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? I guess not. If Saray had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups, and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nigo told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen.
World death.
Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. Wait. World death? What's that? A new prominent term to deal with. This is gonna overload my XS-sized brain. It's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You'd best prepare yourselves for a shock.
What do you mean?
According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. Decimated the population? It's that bad?
Enough with the dramatic build-up. Just tell us what this world death thing is.
Quiet, pea-brain. The adults are talking. If we tell you, why don't you... We don't want any of that. Hey, is that really true? What if it's all made up stuff? Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse? Come on, make with the explanations already. That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom. Didn't anyone teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin? What, your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl? Shut up, shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl. Spend too much time talking, and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die. Is that so hard to understand? So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you. She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than me, too. Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere?
That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope.
Mankind's last hope?
Yes. We were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We're the only ones who can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight. And you believe that too? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think it's true? Again, you make a joke of our resolve. You won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you.
What about world death? You just gonna keep throwing that name around like it means something? Or are you gonna actually start explaining things?
You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. Go shove it up the tailpipe of a car you can't afford to... Go shove it up the tailpipe of a car you can't afford to insure because you're poor. I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anymore.
Kurara, don't be like that.
There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and use you as invader bait. Oh, you act like a big shot, but this is our school, you know. We were here first.
Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you would have nowhere to stay right now.
We could say the same for you. You and the school would have been toast if we hadn't helped out in that battle yesterday.
Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll murderize ya.
Ouch. Don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board. Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
Well, excuse the heck out of me. I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
Oh, if you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I ask.
That's enough. You all need to calm down.
Takumi's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together.
Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That Dreadnought-class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you.
I'd never do anything like that. I really wouldn't. You know that, right?
Please, everyone. We shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. Why can't we be friends? Friends? With these guys? Don't make me laugh. Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot from normal people like us. You know, the sister fucker and the girl who pukes a lot. How dare you, sir? I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate. Face the judgment of the Holy Jumonji sword, or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction.
Satisfaction my ass. Ima may be a jerk, but he's our jerk. I've just about had all I can stand of your loathsome visages. We're done here. Come on, Nozomi.
But... Yeah, get lost. See if we care. If I ever see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. Alright. Trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It'd be nice if we could all talk tomorrow, though.
The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out the door before the others started venting their feelings.
What's with those guys? Are we really gonna have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that? I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening.
Like you're one to talk.
You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi.
So this is my fault?
I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion, but what do you think that world death they mentioned is? I'm really curious now.
Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to get inside our heads.
Damn it. I still feel like I want to hit something. Think I'll go back to my room and cool off.
I guess I'll do that too. No killing game then? Maybe next time.
Takemaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was already dangerously close to the breaking point.
Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other like that.
Same here. It's not gonna be easy getting them to work together.
If Saray or Hiruko were here, they'd know what to do. But it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve this problem in our own way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Ado and I parted ways and I headed back to my room. After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's gotta be some way. Maybe we just need more time. Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all this. It's the metal shop on the first floor and the biolab on the second, right?
Okay, there's the metal shop. Yeah, we'll start there.
This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop classroom. It's like something you'd find on a military base. There are all kinds of deadly looking weapons lined up, and the air's thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and she's here too.
I only wish we had a magic circle to contain you, Sir Takumi. Then I could easily cut you down the moment you try anything indecent.
I don't think she's pretending not to know me. Kotoa would never have to put on an act. Kotoa could never have put on an act this convincing. Is she really not Kotoa? Or maybe she's lost her memory.
Look out, Nozomi! That perv is waiting for a chance to pounce on you and lap up your saliva! So he's like the yokai Yamachichi that steals its victim's life force by sucking their breath, except with saliva. The holy Jumonji sword and I will strike him down.
I keep telling you, I'd never do anything like that. Darn it. She's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. What am I supposed to do here?
The way the air smells in here really puts me at ease.
Seriously? You like this? With all the metal and gunpowder and everything?
I know, it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated lady like myself. But the Osuzukis actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development.
Weapons development? Like guns and stuff?
In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gunrunners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it encompassed all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to Osuzuki, and the rest is history.
Is that how names get changed?
Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Seems only fitting this will be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons the likes of which the world has never seen, and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all.
Before our mighty others flee, great and powerful Suzuki!
Okay, trap development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. The invaders will rue the day they crossed an Osuzuki.
Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right?
Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours, too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them for their insolence.
Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work.
Alright, and then the biolab.
So this is the biolab. Looks like a classroom, or looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I just remembered something really funny. Now that this room's open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about?
Penis enlargement pills. Nigo did say there were facilities like this tucked away in dark corners of this school. It's pretty sweet I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but it never got unlocked for us.
Enhancement development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time.
That does sound like it would be useful. But is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs, right?
Aw, you're worried about the morality of a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go so much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as a result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. Now that research is all ours, the fiendish, the outlandish, the outright unpleasant, it's all right here at our fingertips.
And what would we use it for?
For a start, we could probably make some killer modifications to ourselves, just like my family did to me.
You mean like the way her arm stretches?
You know, it's always been my dream to mod somebody else's body. I'd be gentle, and I'd make sure any changes I made were tasteful. Sorry, not distasteful, that's the opposite of what I meant. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more, right?
Hey!
Absolutely not. Not interested.
Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies.
Alright, I've visited both of the new rooms that were unlocked today. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. Between all the arguing and the exploration, today's really taken it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye, or are their attitudes toward fighting just too different? Eye to eye, that's my favorite Powerline song.
Representing all of humanity in this war, they chose us above all others to defend this school from the invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural that we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands now. It's our responsibility.
I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, a way for me to get home. Would I feel differently if I knew about world death? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Someone's at the door. Could it be her? Oh! Come in! I felt a flutter of anticipation. My hands trembling, I pulled open the door to reveal...
Good evening, Takumi. Do you have time to talk?
Oh, it's you, Ado.
Were you expecting maybe the Addams family?
No, it's not like that. What's up?
Nothing in particular, just thought it would be nice to chat a little. Never got a chance to tell you how happy I was to see you again. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time you were gone.
Oh, really?
I thought maybe you disappeared like Hiruko. We went 5 days without any contact from you after all.
Sorry. I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch.
What happened to you during that storm? How'd you get separated from the group?
I'm not really sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching head. By then I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here. After that, Nigo found me and took me to the other school.
Perhaps you got sent flying by the storm.
It's possible, I guess. I can't think of anything else that would explain it.
Well, you're okay now, that's the important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and that Nozomi girl? When you're around her, you're different. Almost like she's special to you. But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although, if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that area. Was that really it?
No, not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but will you still hear me out?
Of course.
Now that I'd been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. I told Ado about Karuha, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home before the war, That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Karuha. They were so alike that I couldn't accept they were different people, no matter how much I tried. As much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Karuha, she had no idea who I was. I told Ado all about this mystery, and the theories I'd come up with, and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she has amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about it. Come on, Ado. Say something.
Oh, sorry. This whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read a little while back.
What happened in it?
The main character ends up in a place that's both familiar and different. A parallel universe. Then he builds up speed and leaps into a quadruple parallel universe.
Quadruple parallel universes.
It's a fairly common trope. Depending on the story, they may or may not be able to gather the scuttlebugs together into one big scuttlebug jamboree. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character can't do that. But he does find there's another version of himself there. Another him. Living in his own slightly different life.
You think that's the connection between Nozomi and Karuha? Like they're quadruple parallel versions of each other?
I know it sounds ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. It would explain a lot. It would mean Karuha and Nozomi are the same person, hence all the similarities, but at the same time they're different. They've lived completely different lives. That would account for Nozomi not knowing you, don't you think?
I don't know, Ado. An Apress is an Apress. You can't say it's only half.
I suppose you're right. It is a little unrealistic. But the situation we're in is already pretty far removed from what we consider reality. Perhaps my sense of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped from all of the strange things that have happened to us lately.
He's right. If you told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either.
Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre idea. I haven't been much help, have I?
That's not true.
That's not true!
It's really helped get all this off my chest. It's such a weird story, most people probably wouldn't believe me. I couldn't have told anyone about this. Or I couldn't have told just anyone about this.
I'm honored. And I'll gladly hear you out if you want to talk again, no matter how strange it is. You sure have been having some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this.
Oh, right. I almost forgot about that thing. We still haven't figured out what it is. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm gonna make sure he has answers for what he's done. Or make sure that he answers for what he's done, sorry.
Don't take any unnecessary risks. You have no idea how dangerous he might be.
I know. I'll be careful.
Well then, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well.
With that, Ado left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Quadruple parallel universes. Could any of it be true? It sounds so bizarre, but the more I think about it, the more it starts to make sense. So what's going on here? Are Karuha and Nozomi really alternate versions of the same person? The same, but different. Either way, I wouldn't be able to backwards long jump until I talked to her about it myself. Even after venting to Ado, the frustration I was feeling still wouldn't go away. I turned in for the day and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep.
Get ready for your 31st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another. Be ready to give your life.
It's morning. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria as usual. I just hope everyone's a little less prickly today.
Alright, so that concludes day 30. We're now going into day 31. But if you enjoyed this video, then no further actions required on your part, and we'll see you next episode.